blesse mon cœur d'une langueur monotone. Je répète, blesse mon cœur d'une langueur monotone.
Hey YouTube, dutchsinse here. It is 5:32 p.m. on Friday, March 18th, 2011. Hope everybody's ready to have a wonderfully wild weekend. So, I found some stuff here today, and I want to show you, and this really kind of proves my hypothesis. I'm not going to call it a theory yet, but I'm going to call it a hypothesis as to what's going on here in Japan. And first, there was a report today that Mount Fuji is showing signs of activity, and that's from the Japan Seismic Service. So I'm going to go ahead and post this down below. It's a bunch of live streaming shots of Mount Fuji, and you can just go ahead and watch it, and if it does go, you'll be able to see it and capture it firsthand and be one of the first people to get it out there. And just to show you what quality it is, it's a real high quality, and let's just see what's going on. Let me hit refresh on here. Live webcam. Nice. Okay. So what I want to show you is, well, basically, here's the island of Japan, and up here is where a series of earthquakes have been happening. And it's my hypothesis that what we're actually witnessing here is the crumbling of this giant ridge that Japan rests atop of. And it's not just here, it's going underneath the island, but it's even as far over as here. This whole area, I think, is collapsing. I think. And this goes from 1 foot right here at the beach to 20,000 feet down here under the sea. And it's even steeper over here the higher you go up. But this is the area in question, and what I'm going to show you totally, basically proves what I'm talking about. But you got to see it in animation to understand what's occurring. What's occurring, I believe, is fissures and cracks and vents from the previous volcanoes, old volcanic tubes, etc., are filling with water and breaking. And the weight of the water, I believe, on top of empty tubes down below, like a honeycomb or a piece of driftwood, or Swiss cheese. And as it goes through all these holes, all these tubes, they're collapsing on top of each other. And each collapse you're seeing is 5.0 to a 6.0. And then the two bigger ones that they had were the 7s, and then, of course, the 9. So let's just look at it, and you can just decide for yourself. I'll just hit play. This starts on the 11th, right at the time of the big earthquake, and it goes forward till today. And I'm going to have to speed it up because there's so many. There's 582 quakes in the last 7 days. So here we go. Alright, there's the big one. Okay, now what you can see happening here is all the quakes happening along this ridge at different points. Now just watch, and I'll speed it up just a little. You can see it start happening. You can see it breaking up the cliff. You got to imagine you're looking down upon a wall from the top. So you're actually seeing cracks and splits form into the wall and on the outside front of the wall and underneath, because now it's cracking in underneath. And you'll see on the western side of Japan a couple large ones happen, which I believe is the first precursor to a bunch of smaller ones happening. And of course, after the small ones happen, then you get one big one where it all collapses down below. And you know Japan already fell over to the right, to the east, by some reports up to 12 feet. Some reports are 12 feet, some reports are 8 feet, others are in the hundreds of centimeters. So, I mean, we're only on the 13th. I have to speed it up, okay? All right, now you can really see it. Now we're on the 14th. And this is daily. I mean, this many. So I'm sure you can see it now. They're cracking. It's cracking up, 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 and in. Okay, finally to the 15th. And this is the area where the nuclear reactors are. So I'm sure you can imagine what would happen if this went down into the sea. First of all, it would be the biggest landslide ever, an entire country falling into the ocean. I mean, I'm not trying to cause alarm here. I'm really not, but look at this. I mean, to me, it's undeniable. If it was a fault line, it would be going all up and down this crack. Okay, finally here. Okay. So if it was a fault line, it would be going all up and down here. It wouldn't just be going right here and inwards. No. We're looking at this area right here going boom. And when that happens, several things will occur. A massive tsunami. I mean, if you think just some plate movement, it will cause a tsunami. Imagine a whole country falling in. Or half of a country falling in. You can imagine the waves along there will just be insane. And I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know how much time it's going to take for this to continue before it gets too weak and destabilized to hold anything above it up. Well, there you have it, folks. I'll put both links down below, the link for Mount Fuji monitoring and the link to run this plot. You can take it back further if you'd like to. I just have it going the past since March 11th. Oh boy. All right, cheers, folks. Much love in these times.